couple weeks ago, I found this beautiful, big old tank of a truck. This is a 1967 Jeep M715 that I found on Facebook. It runs and drives, and it is quite the looker. 4-speed manual inside, and it's got the Willys straight 6 underneath the hood. And honestly, I don't know too much about these. If you're new to the channel, I have an 86 Grand Wagoneer with the AMC 360 V8, a 66 Super Wagoneer with a 327 V8, and a 70 Wagoneer with a Buick 350 V8. With a dude that has this many Jeeps, he probably knows what he's talking about, even when it comes to these 715s. And honestly, I don't. I just think they look super cool. In today's video, I'm going to take you through a little walk around, quick look at this beautiful truck that I just added to the fleet. If you like this truck and you want to see more videos on it, do me a favor, give me some feedback, click the thumbs up button, and comment down below what you want to see on this beautiful truck. So with a truck this big and this mean looking, you're probably thinking to yourself, there's got to be a V8 or a V10 or something cool underneath the hood. Actually, no, not the case at all. What you're looking at right here is a straight 6 Willys engine, 230 cubic inches. And I gotta say, it does sound pretty good for a 6-cylinder. It's got a nice little rumble to it. Starts right up, purrs. It's pretty impressive. Although a V8 would be super cool in one of these trucks, to have this 6-cylinder, it gets the job done. But maybe if this 6-cylinder ever wants to take a dump, well, I think there's an LS just waiting for it in the future. I gotta know in the comments down below, let me know, what kind of engine would you put in one of these? There's been a lot of guys out there that will engine swap these. A diesel engine in one of these would be really, really awesome. To hear this thing fire up and cook with a diesel, that would be so cool. But this truck has had a little bit of work done to it. You see there's new relay, new wires, plugs, new carb. Another relay there. It doesn't look too bad underneath the hood. Does need a new water pump. I'll be putting in one of those here very soon. And check this thing out. I'm not 100% sure, but is this a horn or some type of horn or siren? Let me know in the comments down below. Like I said at the beginning of the video, to be honest, I don't know too much about this truck, so I'm anxious to learn more about it. And if you guys can help educate me and all the other viewers of this video, please help yourself, help me. Comment down below if there's anything I get wrong about the facts of this truck. Let me know. Up next, we got some Widowmaker wheels, and they have seen better days. They're cracked, dry rotted. I would love to swap axles or find a wheel that would fit this lug pattern. I haven't done too much research on it, but from what I've heard, there's not too many options to go with, unfortunately. Oh, and of course, I think the coolest feature of this truck is its custom paint job. Custom paint job. Look at that. Custom paint job. Beautiful. Look at the craftsmanship. Look at the beauty. The character. But on a serious note, I think one of the best things about this truck is how little rust can be found on this truck. It's quite impressive in my opinion. Look at that sick tailgate. Jeep. frame is solid. The bed is solid. This right here opens up and it goes all the way through. This is probably the worst of it right here. And then inside, there's also some rust. That's probably the worst of it right there. But other than that, floors are pretty good. Oh, here's the interior. Custom interior here. Custom seats. I'm kidding. Nothing's custom in here. But man, is it cool. It's so basic, plain Jane, straight to the point. Nothing fancy. It's just so awesome. Got a little glove box here. And it is pretty deep. Could fit quite a bit of stuff in there. 4-speed manual is what you're looking at. Gives you the shift pattern right there. Provides a whole bunch of data on the truck right there. And of course you don't know, right before I bought the truck I found out that these are all 24 volt trucks, so it takes 2 batteries. Never knew. I'm actually not too sure why they did that. Just look how basic the door is. There's nothing to it. And these trucks don't even lock. There's no lock cylinder. This is where the little post for the locking mechanism would stick out at. So that is missing. Also different windshield on the 715s. See, it's got the cowl for the Gladiator, the normal civilian trucks. This is where the windshield would go. It's pretty different, pretty cool. Got the wipers up there. So for the wipers, it's just so simple. Absolutely love it. Let's hop on in this pickup truck. Little hop up here. When you hop in, you got such a commanding view of the road. Got your 3 pedals. Got your manual. This is high-low. This is 4 and 2. Simple gauge cluster. Got your gas, oil pressure, battery generator, your temperature gauge, and your speedometer. And I'm not 100% sure, but the odometer reads 22,000 miles. 22,256 miles. I'm assuming these are original miles. So a lot of videos I watch, all these trucks have pretty low mileage because they only made them for 67 model year, 68, and 69. So 3 model years, and then this thing was done. It was supposed to replace the Dodge military truck that the U.S. military was using at the time, but it never lived up to fulfilling that. So, oh, and this windshield folds forward. How cool is that? I guess one thing I forgot to mention was, along with its custom paint job, you can see that there is some red on the truck, and that's because this used to be a brush truck once upon a time. It worked as a fire truck, somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. I did get this truck in Ohio. However, I don't know how long it was in Ohio for. But you can see a lot of red on the truck. You can also see right here it says USA. Then you walk around a little bit more. You notice this right here. There's an outline of a fire department badge. It's a little difficult to see on camera. Oh, and then up front on the bumper, it does say dial 911 as well. Reads it right here, dial 911. DIAL 911 HO. Something else that one of my friends caught was got a little GE script right on the glass lens of the light. It's kind of a cool thing to see. Oh, and I was told by the guy I bought them from that these are like a stealth mode light, kind of. I'm not explaining it correctly, but when this truck was to be discreet and carrying supplies and they didn't want the enemy to see them, they would turn on these lights where it would shine just enough forward where someone in the front and the rear of the vehicle, if there were trucks they were following or being followed, they could keep up with them and see them, but you wouldn't be able to see these lights further off in the distance. And I was told that these two knobs, I think, light up. Such a mean looking truck. Brush guard. Should I keep it? Should I not? I like it, but then again, I want to take it off and put an actual Rhino grill in it right here. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed the video of this beautiful Jeep M715 pickup truck. If you want to see it,